Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the bait shop. There's this guy on the other side of the screen that goes by the Potomac River monster catching, not lately, Brian B Catfishing.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome, Brian B. Glad to have you, brother.
No problem.
Let's say hi to some friends here. Let's scroll back here. Wife's getting the tablet for me. We got Mr. James the Trader Kirkpatrick, avid fisherman, Tim Molina, Lizabella, the other Trader Kirkpatrick, Chad Nolte, Catfishing Crappie. I seen that, the fourth favorite show. Freddie's Outdoor Adventure. He's been giving me a hard time, too. I'm going to put him on that Potomac Trader list, too. We got Rob from Two Old Vets, Philip Williams, Van Taylor. What's going on? Sure, Miss Sandy's there, too. Hope she's feeling better. Sorry, I know my phone's probably going all kinds of crazy right now with me trying to scroll. Wabash Nate, what's going on? J-Dog's gone fishing. He's actually out there fishing. I talked to him on the phone about an hour ago. He's out there fishing right now.
Practicing.
Telly from Hooks and Hammocks. What's that?
Be practicing for Saturday.
Yeah, he was trying to find some magical deep hole that he was talking about. He said it was glorious if he could find it. We got Hooks and Hammocks, Papaw Ed, Bob, I can't say your last name, Fenton Fines. I know that's you. JP3, good seeing you in here, my friend. Hopefully things are going well with you. I haven't seen you in a while. I've seen you in a couple chats, but I haven't talked to you in a while. Gene Tillman, Brandon Cross, Panfish Nation, what's going on, Lyle? Let's see, anybody? I think that's it for right now. I did want to start this off, Brian, but we just got back from an awesome trip to Alabama. I wasn't going to tell you where I was fishing this weekend, thinking I might have been still down there, and I might have had the fish figured out by the time this Saturday came around. But I am home, and I will be fishing on my home waters. If I go down, I'm going down on my home waters. If I win, I'm going down. I'm going to win on my home waters. I'm gonna see what I can do to make the Ohio River relevant for a change. But I wanted to show. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong. Oh, it's over here. Here we go. Let me go down here a little bit here. I want to congratulate. Oh, wrong one. My beautiful bride on her 30-pound blue cat from down there. She had the biggest on our boat, of course, as always. She had an epic birthday weekend. We had Mr. Brandon Cross with the nice 54-pound new PB. That was a Hoss cat. He also had a 47-pounder. And then my sister, Betty Jean Cross, with her monstrous 80 that if you were watching Mark's show on Monday night, I was kind of I was in the show, but I was kind of out of it, trying to see what was going on 20 yards away from me.
That's a good
She battled this beast for about a half hour and pulled it in of 80 pounds. Amazing stuff. Proud of her. She fought it like a champ. Let's see. I see Mr. Muskrat Adventures made it in. He's out there fishing too. Uncle Lou, what's going on? I got Uncle Lou's rods hanging out in the back here. Just taunting Brian B., Uncle Lou's nephew. Thank you, Mr. James Dogger. We did hit the 800 mark. Hopefully they stick tonight. We hit the 800 sub mark, so 200 to go. And I'll be part of that, like Brian B type click. He's an honorary member. He needs it too. Brian B's link is in the description. I will be probably talking a little bit of smack to Brian B, but I'll give you credit, man, where credit's due. You are a hell of a fisherman.
Appreciate it.
I mean, and you make it look easy, like you're throwing it into a fishbowl most of the time because that's what the Potomac is. But It's okay. It's all right that you guys got that big, you know,
It happens,
it is what it is.
Be by
You
river
know,
like that.
I can sit and be jealous all night long, but that's just because your fishery is a lot better. I am jealous, a little bit jealous. It's okay. It's all good.
Don't be.
We got Sean T Outdoors. We got the Has Life. Ooh, what'd you make that face for? Why'd you make that face for, Brian?
Huh?
Brian B told me he jumps on here. I thought he wasn't going to show up. I thought he didn't want to show his face after Has Life Tuesday night. It was like a WWE SmackDown going on over there.
Yeah. Has got 2 wins in one night. He beat me and that snake.
Yeah. we about had to call him Jesus because I thought he was going to run across that water.
He was about to.
Lance Macaguy, what's going on? Central Valley Outdoors.
CBA.
Seen a few of the Potomac crew coming around in here. I thought I had more support than I did, Brian. I thought Lizabella and James was going to have my back. Well, I wasn't sure about James because he's kind of shady anyway. But Liz, I really thought was going to, and she just shot my dreams down the other night, talking about Potomac crew's got to stick together and blah blah blah.
The Potomac River clique is going to stick together regardless.
I mean, I get it, I guess, but in a way I don't. I see my Kentucky crew. They're all like running. You got Ryan Bortz. He's all rooting for Creole, and he's rooting for you. He's not even rooting for his home state. Oh, now Lizabella's out here saying, "I love you, Mr. Chad." It's going to take a little bit more than one "I love you" after what you said last night and the attitude you said it with.
She could love you.
I mean,
she might not love you fishing.
I cried myself to sleep after Liz treated me like that, but it's cool. I seen Mr. Maurice Kaysen. What's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Tim Molina says Chad needs his Blues Brothers shades because he's on a mission from God come Saturday. It might be like a David versus Goliath type deal going on.
I got something planned for Saturday.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Are we good on our rules? Are we? Is that what we're going with? What we talked about, or are we going to go with something different?
Rules good.
Okay,
we gonna fish.
We gonna fish.
I'm gonna do something else while I'm fishing. I might go swimming.
Oh yeah. I've heard that the Potomac you don't want to be in and even touch that water. I thought the Ohio was bad, but they say there's some things in the Ohio or the Potomac that.
Yeah, trust me. You ain't got to worry about me getting in that water. I'm just messing.
What's going on, Jeremy Colvin and Mr. Squirrel? Good to see you. I
told you I might give you a head start though.
Oh, you might give me a head start. I might need a head start.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ohio River is kind of as slow as me, man. I'm getting up there in age. I'm more round than a potato, and it's probably because I eat so many daggone potatoes. But But I might need that. I mean, I need that head start. We got to fish for what, 5 hours?
Mm-hmm.
So you just stay. You have a habit of staying up all night and talking on the internet all night and all that kind of stuff. I think you should just sleep in, come in around the 4 hour mark. What do you think?
I ain't gonna go that cocky. I'm gonna do the one rod, one bait for the first hour and do a video.
You're gonna do the one rod, one bait challenge for the first hour. Man,
I talked it over with my team. I think I killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
You're really gonna like you got that much confidence in whooping me. Oh, there we go. You got that much confidence in putting a smackdown on me, huh?
I don't know, but I mean, it's all in fun, right?
Oh, it's all fun. What's going on, Justin's Fishing Fetish? Terry Lane. Now wait a minute. Now hold on. Now before tonight's show, you were talking all kinds of. You were gonna stomp me into a mud hole.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. But that's why I'm gonna give you a head start. Because after that whooping the ass did to me, I got to come back with vengeance.
I mean,
somebody got to get it.
Was that the first time you've lost it? Because it seemed to me like you were like undefeated before. You know, you're like the undefeated champ. We was going to call you the Ric Flair. Most world titles.
I lost the Glizzy tournament.
Well, that don't count. That's who uses glizzies.
Yeah, I mean they had restrictions to it. Outside of that, I only was in the 7-on-7 and the iron. You want me to bring that up? Well, don't bring it up.
What's that?
The Iron Cat Boat Challenge.
I don't even. I was just there for support, Brian. I was asked to not make anybody look bad, so I made it look like I baited my hooks, and then I just cast it out with rubber stoppers on the end of it so they wouldn't hook into anything other than, when they wrapped around that steel cable about 20 minutes in.
Yeah. I understand.
I have Brian, 0 rods, 0 bait head start for the first hour. Oh, I gave Brian a 0 rod, 0 baits head start for the first hour. He did pull like a Creole. Creole is known for making a late entrance, and he cruises on in while everybody else is all fishing hard and stuff, and then he came in and just smoked it.
He's one of the best that ever did it though. Through that Iron Cat, he still came out with a whopping net.
He did. Fish Snatcher said, "Who uses glizzy?" I'm cracking up. I mean, come on, using glizzy is like using chicken.
Yeah,
that is boat food. That is not fish food. So I might have to bring some with me after last time that we fished. I did okay on it. You never know. I mean, I may have brought home some secret bait from Bama.
Hey,
maybe not. I might have went out this morning and got me some more bait. I may or may have not.
I'll probably go tomorrow. Pick me up a fresh eel. Fresh. Ooh. I'll go right before they close.
Fresh eel. What bait are you using? Chicken with anise oil, black licorice scent that cats love. Ugh.
What?
Have you ever smelled that anise oil?
No.
Oh wait, no, it's pronounced anise or something like that. But yeah, it smells like black licorice. That's almost as bad as J-Dog eating the freaking shad head.
Oh wow, and that is terrible.
You better hope that if J-Dog wins, that you don't win, because I know that he's going to put that in stipulation.
No, he ain't.
In your old thing, loser has to eat a shad head.
I'll be that kid to go to the principal and say, "Look, we can't come up to an agreement because I'm not eating no fish."
Let's see.
No.
I ain't talking smack. Everybody was like, Chad's a big smack talker. Wow, Chad not talking much smack at all himself. I'm not. Because when the Chad talks smack, the Chad gets skunked.
Oh, he trying to use reverse psychology, huh?
Hey, it worked last time. Larry, he made all the rules. He talked so much trash about me that people was believing so much of what he said. I lost half of my subscriber count because he was calling me a no good, dirty scoundrel. I mean, I've been clawing my way back. During the show, I just fished. I didn't, make any bad comments. I didn't make any too much funny comments, all that kind of stuff. No trash talking. And somehow, some way, the big man upstairs let me pull off one win. So now I don't know if I should or should not.
Yeah, I mean,
talk smack.
Hey,
I mean, because look what happened to you. You was running that mouth about Has Life.
Handed to me, but I'm gonna still talk smack. Has ain't tell you I took his windshield out the front of his car yesterday, did
they what?
I took the windshield out of his truck.
You so did not.
That bad. Yes, I did. I tinted it and then I put it back in.
Oh, okay. Like what? I got a big bad glare off of this ring light. I mean, I know you're probably happy because it's taking it off of my face, but let's go down a little bit. There we go. To my wife, if you're watching, can you message my mom and tell her not tonight? Melissa will not be coming down tonight. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I said it on the show was it Monday night when we were on there, all that stuff that you mentioned to me about Has Life. And I feel bad because I think I lit a fire up under Has, and I don't know if he brought some chum cages out or what, but
yeah, he was chumming all week.
He caught more fish on Tuesday night than I seen you catch the last 3 tournaments you was in. And that ain't me talking smack, because that was probably more fish than I've caught in the last 7 tournaments. So it doesn't matter.
I hear you.
There's Miss Cindy and Miss Silver Fox Sandy. What's going on?
Oh man. I can't wait till Saturday morning.
I can't either. I have no idea where I'm fishing still. We got the KC Fish page. What's going on? Welcome.
What's happening?
Trying to see, there's some people laughing at Has and Mark. I didn't see what he said. I retired Brian. He does talk shows now.
Didn't I tell you that earlier?
Dang.
That's all right. I'll redeem myself come Saturday.
Let's hear some more about how confident you are about beating fishing with the Chad. What do you get out of this? You've been talking smack for a while, and now it's come to light.
That's what the people want. The people want to hear it. Muhammad Ali did it.
So now you're the people's champ.
Yep, I'm the people's champ.
I mean, I have seen quite a few Potomac followers up in here. I mean, I'm thinking several people in the chat.
Fans. I got Panfish fans. Sunfish Assassin. He stuck with me to the end.
You would think Sunfish Assassin would be sucking up to me right now because I've got the Slab Masters getting ready to roll out. I know he's going to want in that.
Oh yeah.
That's good. That's going to be some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Chrissy Brown.
Me being in that.
You ain't going to be in that?
Nah, you catch better bait than I do.
Hey, I'm a good bait boy.
Yeah, Mark, you did. I'm sorry. Mark stuck with me to the end too. I seen Sunfish name. That's why I said it. I had a couple loyal supporters, but then I had some that turn on me. So I know how I feel when people turn on you. But I mean,
I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you Tuesday night.
What? Root for me to what?
Fall in.
That sounds about right.
No, it's fun. We do talk some smack, and you guys did. You guys had a lot of fun with it. Mm-hmm. I seen your all WWE video things you did, and that's the biggest thing that we do this for. It's bragging rights. We just like to have fun.
Oh yeah, it's all in fun.
So Melina, I am a master bait catcher.
I didn't see what he said, but I already know what he said.
What are you laughing at?
I mean, some things deserve a good laugh, especially
Yeah,
if it's
see,
true.
Freddy's Outdoor Adventures. I tried, Brian, but had to turn for Haz after the snake smackdown. See how easy it is that they just start. This crowd just start turn on you in a second, man.
Yeah,
1
don't
minute
take
they're on
nothing.
your side, the next thing you know they're some of them are just bandwagons. We got our loyal people,
Yeah.
I mean, what you guys do, I don't. They all seem to turn on me as soon as you come out and you catch one fish. They're going to be on your side. It doesn't matter. I could catch the next 10, and they're going to be on your side the rest of the thing, knowing you're going to come back. That's just the way some of these guys are.
And then I'm gonna throw the rest of my rods out. So you better catch them 10 while I'm doing that one bait, one rod challenge.
If you don't, okay. So if you don't catch one that first hour, are you going to do the challenge again the second hour?
No.
No, you got to stick with it. I think you need to start over.
The challenge is for an hour. So I'm gonna give it an hour. Whatever I catch, I'm gonna catch something on it. I'm not gonna skunk on that first hour. You can believe that.
All right. That's some big talk by the big man.
I'm trying to think, should I do that for the hour? See how long it takes, and then still leave it out there if I catch a fish within 20 minutes. Should I leave the rod out there for that whole hour still?
It's up to you. That's up to you.
I mean, you tell me.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. I ain't making no rules.
I'm just saying.
But speaking of rules, so for this weekend, this is kind of what we came up with. Obviously, all I've heard is the Potomac is the greatest new fishery in America, and that it would squash any other, especially the Mississippi River basin, because the Mississippi River ain't beep. That kind of stuff, that kind of talk. That's how he talks y'all in the back. I got to beep out of all of his words and stuff. But what's going on? Two stands. I see two stands and Palmetto Cats. There's my sis, Betty Jean Cross, Ernie Brown, Chrissy Brown. I think that was it. So we came up with, we didn't want to be like Stan and J-Dog too much because they had too many rules, so we settled for like half the rules. They were going for like little fish, and that's not our goal because, we're like monster chasers. We don't just dink it to death. But this is what we came up with. We came up with what? A 3-point system, right?
Yep.
Person with the biggest fish, as far as weight, gets a point. Person with the most fish caught gets a point. All have to be catfish, obviously. And then the overall most weight gets a point. So if you get 2 points, you're the winner of it. Pretty simple rules. That's what we went with. Are we going with 6 rods, or do we care since we both have unlimited?
We got unlimited.
It don't matter to me. More than likely,
I'm not throwing 6 rods out. That's just too much.
Yeah, more than likely, I'll only be able to handle trying to keep up with 6 myself. So that's probably what all I was going with anyway. So I know we talked about just making it 6, but I don't care if you want to do it unlimited, just in case you want to drop a rod over the side.
Nah. I mean, it don't matter how many rods you use. I'm still going to use, what I feel comfortable with anyway. So
that's the same here. I'm not going to try to do more than I can handle, because if I get 6 rods go down and my Joey can't freaking help me out, I don't know what I'm going to do. Especially when they're all going to go down because they're snagged. So,
yeah, I was, just trying to see where you was going with that.
Dude. You have no idea how many lines I had to break off down in freaking Bama, and we had three rods on this. I literally, we went across it. I saw this freaking. It looked like an underwater bush on there, and I got I mean, it looked like a little tiny one, probably about 3-4 foot high. Couldn't tell how wide it was, but I somehow managed to get 3 of my 6 rods snagged on it and lost 2 of them. I probably lost 7 rigs down there in 5 days. It was unreal.
Yeah, I did that a lot, bank fishing, but on the boat is very rare, very rare.
You know, and that's what I was saying. It seems like most of the time I can get my snags out, but it's like here in the last like 2 months, I am finding the mega snags that it's like an extra vine comes out and wraps up against around them and starts pulling me back, and I have no choice but to break off.
Yeah, might as well. I'm glad I don't have that. The other day I got snagged twice. Threw the rod out, got snagged, popped that line, threw the other rod out, and called myself just leaving it up. That got snagged. I said, okay. It ain't like I'm gonna catch them. Might as well just I wasn't trying to keep tying rigs up and keep getting snagged, but we wasn't moving nowhere. So that's a lot. I ain't gonna keep giving Potomac River my Uncle Lou floats.
Look, Betty Jean said she hit a mega snag, ripped my rod right out of my rod holder.
Whoa.
So
yeah, I would be hot.
She literally did. She was telling us it was probably only about 20-30 yards from where I got those 3 snagged the day before. And she said they were reeling them in because they were going to go back and get that one. And all of a sudden that rod just shot out of her rod holder and went flying into the river. But luckily it had a planer board attached, so they were able to get over there and grab the planer board and pull the line back up real slow and get the pole. What's going on, Mr. Duggar?
I did the what was that tournament? I think it was the Glizzy tournament where I lost my rod, and I was like, oh man, that was hot. That was my favorite.
I think we've all done that.
But I reeled it back in at the end. You talk about somebody happy. It wasn't nothing but a little GX2, but that was still, it was like my favorite rod out of all the rods I had at that time. I was like, dang, I got to go get me another.
Oh, one second.
It would never be the same.
Hey, Mr. Key Smart, I hope you are feeling better, buddy. I know you've had a rough go of it the last few weeks. I hope and pray that everything is up on the up and swing for you, man. I don't know if I said hi to Mr. Creole Catfishing. I know we talked about him earlier, but hello, Creole.
What's up, Creole? I didn't say that. He said
that. Mr. Duggar. Shut up, Mark.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
She had forgot about that. I bought her a new rod to replace it, so back in her good graces. So shut up, Mark. I snapped a rod down here in Bama this week on a 5-pound blue cat. Can you believe that?
What are you doing with your rods?
We had the bimini up, and I was having my boat's kind of small, so I got it up in the boat and didn't release the line. And when I pulled the rod up, that little 5-pound blue, he spun and jerked and everything else, and the tip of my rod snapped in two. I had it too high. Never in my dreams thought a 5-pound blue cat would do that.
Yeah.
Not to a medium heavy pole.
You sure? That don't sound right.
I swear to you.
Prayers and good thoughts for Betty and Laura.
I think
prayers and good thoughts for Betty and Laura. Yes. Keep Betty and Miss Laura in your prayers. Keep Mr. Keith in your prayers. Like I said, I hope everybody's getting to feeling a little better. We got some people not feeling all that great. I did dockery it. I mean, I lifted that bad boy up, and luckily there was nothing to ding off of there.
I think you'd be abusing your rods when you lose a tournament. You get back home and be throwing your rods around and beating up on the side of the house or something. I'm just saying, dude.
I know. I'm big and clumsy is all it is. I also broke my bait tray, so I got to tell you, down there the wind gets you rocking and all kind of stuff. You got pleasure boaters everywhere. But the way the wind comes up the Tennessee River in those parts, it's so wide that it creates, a normal 1 to 2 foot roller constantly. And then you get 3 and 4 and 5 foot rollers, and you're like, oh my God. Well, the pleasure boaters will come 10 feet off the sides of your boats and everything else. And I lost my balance, and I went to put my hand down on the cutting board that I built on my pedestal back here in the back, and the whole side of it broke off. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I went out there to try to catch bait today, and I friggin' it was just me. I can't even blame Wake or anything for this one. I freaking fell and put my hand down and went down the other side, broke the other side off. I have a sliver about that big of a cutting board on my boat right now.
Well, that makes sense. All you need now, put a little measuring tape on it and start measuring your fish that you catch on that.
Shut up.
You go no bigger than that. All your catfish are pan size.
Shut up. Betty went and wore herself out this week with, and she's just like Dee. I can tell that why they're friends, that they have to one up. So Brandon catches that whopping 54 pounder, and he was so proud of it. And she went out later that night and puts the 80 in the boat and wore herself out, and she's been tired ever since.
You caught the 5 pounder, and D come right back and catch the 30.
Let's see.
You catch a big fish though.
Do what?
Bigger than what D catches.
She's been on it pretty well this year. We actually now have the same PB Blue Cat, but the only flathead that she's ever caught is almost near my PB flathead as well. So every once in a while, when she lets me catch a fish, I catch an okay one. But yeah, we'll say that I have put her on some pretty daggone good fish this year.
Yeah, that's I understand. That's how I was doing the Iron Cat. I put E on some good fish. I was the captain.
You do, and that's right. And she thanks me all the time for being the best captain around it, and I allow her to catch 90% of the fish. So I'm like, this is all yours, babe, because I'm a great husband. And I'm like, and I took her to Bama, and I let her catch the big fish down there too. I had people asking, well, you posted pictures of D, Betty, and Brandon catching big fish. Where's your big fish? And I said, it wasn't about me. It was my wife's birthday. And I wasn't even going to talk about the 5 pounder that I caught that broke my rod because.
Oh man, that was a good 5 pounder. Woo.
It might have been a couple more pounds. I would say it was probably 5 to 8 pounds, but normally when they're that small, I don't even weigh them unless I'm tournament fishing and I, need some unders and stuff, trying to weed them out. I got one that was close to 20. A guy posted on what? A guy posted on my big fish post, this is why I don't fish with my wife anymore.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but see, I can't kick mine out my boat. She's really getting into this fishing thing. And it's actually nice because we've been married 15 years. No, we've been together for 15 years. I don't remember how long we've been married now. But she finally took an interest and got out there with me, and I put her on the biggest fish she had ever caught one tournament. She went out and did a little tournament, a club tournament with me, and I'm freaking baiting the hooks, and I'm tying one up, and she reels down on the very first fish is a 23-pound blue, and she was hooked ever since. And then the only nice thing is I get more fishing gear than you can imagine. Used to, it would be like, you don't need all that. And now it's like, let's buy that. So
yeah,
there's always a method to the madness.
Yeah. That it gets addictive. buying rods, reels. I got rods. I ain't even got reels for. They just sit there.
Well, now I got reels that I don't have rods for because I keep breaking.
Yeah. Stop abusing them.
Hey, man, that's what I'm tough on my equipment, but I get a lot of use out of what I do. I wish I could fish more, but I fish as much as I can.
How many Uncle Lou rods do you have?
Right now, two. We ordered two because I wanted to check them out. And then we were talking about getting four more and make them our dragging poles.
Yeah.
And then I've got big cat fevers and chubby fish CPR rods and whisker seekers now and a couple other brands and this and that and pins and all kinds of different stuff. But
I was just wondering because come after Saturday after I whoop you, make sure you still got two Uncle Lou rods. I don't want you to be abusing the rods and stuff.
Oh, you think I'm gonna get mad? You're gonna lay the smack down on me, huh? I see how you thinking.
I don't. You gotta stop abusing your rods. We're gonna have to make
if you ain't abusing them, you ain't using them.
Well, I ain't smacking them up against the wall because I lost. You get home and just throw yours out the back of the boat.
I did have a moment like that this last weekend. We tried to start out next to Betty and Brandon and Doc, and we were going to drift across with them and drag the baits, right? The wind was kicking my boat so hard that I couldn't even keep the boat straight. I kept going over by them, and then all of a sudden I was getting blown the other way. And it was weird because the sun was out and it was so hot. We had to put the bimini up, which started catching more wind. And I was like, I can't do this. I went through a battery in like a half hour, 45 minutes. Then I started getting snagged. I freaking grabbed my pole and I tossed it down and I'm like, see? What the heck's going on? All of a sudden, because that's what it was. I reeled one in because the other one was snagged. This one was wrapped around three other lines. It was all knotted and tied. And I'm like, how is this even possible? So I finally got them all up and we go over to the other side and it wasn't as bad, but there was more pleasure boaters and the wind it wasn't a constant gust. It would like gust for about 3 minutes and it would stop and it'd be dead wind. And then it would come back and it'd be dead wind. But I marked I marked the biggest fish I have ever marked on a sonar in my life down there. And then Betty caught it the next day. I know that was my fish.
You marked it, she caught it.
Dude, I've seen other people post pictures of fish on their sonar and you see the perfect outline of the fish and all that kind of stuff. I've never done that on my sonar. I see the arches, but I've never marked the entire fish the way I did on this one. And it was huge.
Wow.
I mean, it was probably a good 2-3 inches on my screen, and I have a 9-inch screen.
Oh wow! I use I put the fish, I guess, identifier on so it'll show a fish and the marking.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes certain spots I'll be loaded down, but they still ain't hitting. It's like, man, I see 10 fish back here.
That's
coming through. But they still won't hit. I'll be like,
I marked more fish in the Tennessee River than I have ever marked on any other. I mean, the only other time that I can compare is when me and Muskrat fished versus J-Dog and Norm, and we went across, and there must have been 50 or 60 marks in one spot. Tossed back, and we'd only caught a couple, like maybe 2 or 3 out of that spot. But I dragged baits from probably 2-3 miles up the Tennessee River, and I must have marked hundreds and hundreds of fish, and we just couldn't put the numbers in the boat. We caught a few each day, but a few decent fish, but was very surprised to not catch more from what we were marking.
Yeah. Hey, You can see the fish all day, but you can't make them bite it.
That's right. Crappy
But
day
you
fish
feel
on.
like
What's
you have
going
a lot of
on?
problems. You have a lot of problems. You mark a lot of fish and don't get nothing. You ever thought of golf?
What's that?
You ever thought about just doing golf?
Really?
I mean, see, you got the anger problem, beating the rods and stuff. You can just go out there and
I
watch
would
some golf,
so
bro.
be a Happy Gilmore. Go into your home.
Oh man.
Want to be outdoors? What's going on? Maybe I'll take up some frisbee golf if this don't work out for me.
Oh,
Never
I
thought
think
about
that'll help you
playing golf.
with your anger problems and stuff like that a lot more than fishing. The rods not
No.
cheap, and you keep breaking them. You paying a card on rods to replace.
And there ain't no way yeah. There's no way I'm wearing them plaid pants. Keith says badminton. Here we go. Now they're all looking for my next adventure here. J-Dog's fishing with muskrat, and he just took his belt off. So if nobody hears from J-Dog, we know what happened. That just got awkward.
Okay.
Fishing with Rob Mack. What's going on?
What's happening?
Hook says I should take up crocheting.
Yeah, you could. Nah, you need something a little more aggressive though. You get mad and
Well, you do get that like needle thing. You get to stab, right? That's right. Look, now this is what real love right here. Right here. Boom. That was funny, but wait till Chadwick lands a hundred. His day will come. Thank you, sis. Betty Jean Cross. Awesomes.
One day.
You know, I mean,
you just won't be sad.
You just got to keep at it. I have catfished for 30 years.
And
you know, I was talking to D about it on the way home. You know, and I had family that kind of taught me how to fish, right? I mean, they taught me basic stuff. They didn't really teach me anything about the catfishing and all that kind of stuff. Me and my buddy Bill, we did a lot of trial and error for many years, running across all the state of Kentucky and all that kind of stuff, trying to find fish. And we'd leave out on a Friday and we'd come home Sunday trying to figure it out. We tried different baits. We were using chicken and beef liver and shad and this and that back in the day. Never heard of a skipjack. Never heard of a circle hook. We were using Walmart brand, the catfish assortments and different stuff like that. Sorry, I just if Jake don't win, we riot. I love you, J-Dog. But you know, we were just trying to learn and figure out, and we was bait fishermen for many, many years, and we just now got into boat fishing and chasing the big ones and learning even more. I've learned more in the last 2 years than I did the previous 20, you know, of learning about catfish and all that kind of stuff, and learning different techniques and what to look for in a river. You know, I've learned from, you know, going out with Muskrat, going out with Doc, now Mark Blauvelt, all these guys. J-Dog has taught me stuff. I'm continuing to learn, and you're right. I hope my day will come that I will be able to get out there and put a 100 pounder in the boat. You know, I have constant conversations with people like Lyle and just trying to learn stuff that they've, you know, been doing since the late 1700s to catch these fish. You know, you know, I just, like I said, I try to learn from everybody. I had this conversation with, I called J Dog earlier to ask him, you know, because he's way more computer savvy and phone savvy than I am. I was trying to do something on Reface app, and I didn't know that he was out there fishing with muskrat, and we were talking about it. Um, I will never claim to be the best fisherman in the world, but I will definitely say I will continue to try to keep learning from anybody and everybody that I can, except for
I
Brian
heard.
B, because he just talks smack, and I'm tired of him.
I heard Mark from Catfishing Crappie taught you a lot too.
Yeah, he taught Mark. Yeah, Mark's taught me a lot about what not to do. Too, Stan, I might have to block you from my channel. My love for you is now gone.
Chad not scared. Don't say that he's scared.
Freddie, you got me like confused with somebody else because I ain't afraid to lose to nobody. Did I say that out loud? Oh my God, we got Catfish John is in there.
And it's live.
Art from One Ton Fishing Club. Jesse. You know,
really?
win, lose, or whatever. What you gonna say? Well, go ahead. I'm talking over you.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was talking to Art. I said it.
I don't talk to Art.
I'm gonna turn my One Ton hat in.
That's my Art.
He can be your Art.
That's my boy.
Look like I got Abbott on my side, so.
Yeah, well, you know that I wouldn't be bragging about having Avid on your side. I thought me and Avid turned over a new leaf and we were becoming BFFs, but you know, he went right back to being the Avid that he always was, and trying to bully me. He's just like you, telling me to pee the bed and everything every night. I don't know why I get a nightly message from you that says I hope you pee the bed tonight. What's going on, Ace?
Oh man.
That's your go-to line anymore is you hope I pee the bed. I don't understand it. What did I ever do to you?
I told you that maybe once or twice. I don't know.
I have it's like a daily it's like you have it.
I don't think of you every day, especially not every night.
That's not true. I think you got it like a timer that says it comes up and it says send Chad the message. And I get a message that says, I hope you pee the bed tonight.
Well, I got that. I might have that scheduled on there. It might be scheduled on there. I gotta remove that because after Saturday, I got something else.
What's going on, SK? Chad, read my comment. Let me find your comment. After Saturday you got what?
I said after Saturday, I'm gonna put something else up for you, at least for a week.
Want to be outdoors. Where is this?
I had you calling me instead of Brian B. Give you a new name to call
Chad,
me.
one day he will be as good as D. If he listens sooner, he might have a chance against Brian B. That's fine. I'll put all the pressure on D for Saturday. I'll be like, where you want me to fish? How about that?
Then you're gonna blame it on her?
Then why blame it on her?
But you the one fishing.
Now, Brian, if you want to beat Chad, make a rule that D can't be on the boat with him. Nah, he's already said no. Rules. We already went through the rules earlier. That's all he wanted. Rules are cut off.
I figured I'd add one more.
What? Look, here we go. Now he's all of a sudden thinking.
If I win, you got to call me Uncle Potomac for a month. Let me turn this oven off.
So what do you have to call Haz right now? Daddy?
I'll take the H off.
Huh?
I ain't got to call him nothing. Chuck.
Uh, J-Dog with the reverse psychology check. Oh, Jesse Lopez, what did you send me? Yeah, we air in 10 minutes. We have Panfish Nation. Lyle and Mark will be live together. I think they're by themselves tonight. Hope sure that he'll have some great topics of conversation. Real time Chad needs to get by me first. I could probably take a 5-hour nap and beat you real time. I've watched 20. You're worse than hooks and hammocks. I watched 20 of your lives. Ain't seen you catch a fish yet. The only people that catch fish is the pasture. Uncle Potomac, if you beat me.
Uncle Potomac.
That's what you want to be called, huh?
The name, I call you that for a month. And a short. You gotta do a short.
I gotta do the short. I'll come if it happens that you win. I will do a short praising Uncle Potomac.
And I'll do the same if I don't beat you as bad as I plan on.
I want to know what you have to call Has after the SmackDown that he put on. Does he make you call him Daddy now?
It's not YouTube friendly.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Has who?
Yeah. So yeah. He said, "What if Chad wins? What are you going to call me? What do you got to call? Let's see." Hey, Carolina Real Streams. I think I've seen you earlier.
But we going hold on 1 second.
Oh look, the Potomac people are actually calling him right now and giving him pointers already. It's 2 days away.
Score, I don't even know. I ain't bring the remote up here and I left it on NFL Network.
Really? Best thing about Chad is we got the barber. All the hair grows south.
Uncle Daddy Cuz.
Right. Uncle Daddy Cuz. That is true. If J-Dog and I can pull out the win, I think that would be a pretty entertaining show with me and him for the final one. And I don't know, I met Freddie.
I think the Ohio is going to be out of this competition come this weekend.
You think so, huh?
I'm just saying.
Hey, I friggin' I met Mr. Freddie down in North Carolina, and I thought that was one of the nicest people I had ever met. And now I'm changing my mind about him. What's that? Ace calling you Queen Brian.
Who is that?
Is that what Has is calling you now?
Who is Ace? Ace Gaming?
That's Ace Catfishing. I think he's calling you the Queen of the Potomac after Has put the SmackDown. Oh, that's kind of mean, man. I wouldn't call you that.
You have terrible mods. You got somebody here imitating the catfisherman.
I mean, I wouldn't call you Queen Potomac Brian at all. I might call you the Jester after the circus act you just put on, but that's just me.
Oh, that's Ace Gaming. He's trolling with Ace Catfishing.
Yeah, I ain't seen Mr. Ace in a while. Look, yeah, there's somebody I know that'll be rooting for me. We got Van Taylor with Kentucky all the way.
Hey, sorry, gotta hurt your feelings, buddy.
You like to hurt my feelings. You do that a lot.
Hey,
you got my what I thought was friends up there.
What I say, it's no crying and fishing. It's no crying.
You got all my friends up there that they've turned on me because of this. Because you called me out. You called me out. Remember that.
But that's because I had to choose somebody. Why not choose Who thought they could fish the best?
I mean, it seems like you're trying to go with the poles and stuff and take down the little guys like me and Kelly Bullock, thinking we're the easy prey.
Oh yeah, that was my first.
But you know what? I'm gonna throw.
I thought was easy, but I thought that was the weakest link. Take out the weakest link first. I didn't want you to pick them or somebody else to pick them to move up. Why not pick them, knock them out the way, and move up?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I am going to try to restore Kelly Bullock's honor by trying to take you down.
Oh man. Hey, it don't matter.
Hey, Chad, seems like you turned
the week after, however way we plan it. I'm calling it now. Live.
That is true, Ernie. There was a 2 moon night during that Catfish Weekly show. Let's see. Thanks, Justin. Hey, Kenneth Powell, what's going on? Yeah, it's nice to see Mr. James Dockery in here.
Oh yeah,
he's getting feeling good. At least better.
Did he say he was rooting for me? I think he said he was rooting for me.
Who is? Yeah, it sounds like after we get this 1v1 tournament down, I might have to take on real-time catfishing and James Kirkpatrick 2v1.
No,
I'm about tired of their lip.
I think
all they do is trash talk me.
They've been calling out Stan too.
Maybe me. Hey, maybe me and Stan might have to Road Warrior it, brother. You probably don't even remember the Road Warriors.
Might be a good matchup.
That's right. We might have to. It'd be like the Road Warriors versus the Hardy Boys.
2v2.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happens with all that. But right now, I got to focus because I've got the man from the Potomac, Mr. Brian B. He's looking for redemption after has his pet snake. I think that's what it was. That snake was calling the fish in for Has. That's the only reason Has beat you.
Yeah, that daggone. They thought there was a live eel swimming around the boat, and the fish.
That's probably what it was. But Brian, we're coming up on the 9 o'clock hour, man. I don't want to run over into the Panfish Nation, so we can all get over there and watch them. I do appreciate you, brother, coming in tonight on such short notice. And I really am looking forward. I think we're gonna have some fun on Saturday, no matter what happens. If you can't, even if it's like normal, and you can't find that magical deep hole. So appreciate you, and I cannot wait. For everybody that's tuned in tonight, we thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll get to see you next week, and that I have a smile on my face and Brian B is still pouting. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens. It's fishing. Anything's possible, even on the Ohio River. So we will see you guys next week. Brian, thanks again. Everybody, good night.